fourth round of the 1985 Gatton Manor Safari Championship season took place on Lord Suffolk's estate at Charlton Park in Wiltshire. Phil Bond, down in 26th place, was out to pull up a few places in his V6 Land Ranger 1. Joint Clerk with Keith Gott at Bovington, Richard Gross is now in 6th place in his Class B racer. 1 place behind at 7th, Pete and Andy Tolbert, now leading Class C for the Multiform Trophy. Second place man, Mike Wolf, now only 2 points behind Pete Rowe, is out to try and close that gap here today. Out for the first time this season, John Sallis and Mike Bensley from Great Yarmouth in their Ford V6 powered Range Rover Racer. A third outing this season for Pat Willis and the Range Rider, now in 20th place. Ron Hodson is chasing the leaders in 5th position. Up at the course, Bruce Tigwell pauses for a drink as the drivers disappear into the woods on run 1. Yorkshire lass Melanie Simonite, placed 28th, starts just ahead of husband David, and Andy Donkersley now running 33rd after a poor start to the season. Tom Brown retired at Bovington but has otherwise performed well and holds 12th place. David Burley has only raced at Peter's Pit so far in 1985 and is 29th. Simon and Jerry Smith from Bristol were out for the first time in this Renault V6 buggy they created. A current contender for the Bent Conrad Award is Pat Shaw, yet to complete an event this season. Another first time out, this time for Ian Robinson of Cinderfoot in Gloucestershire and his 2-litre Land Rover. David Burley whizzes past on the way to the second half of the course. This vehicle, from Sawbridgeworth in Hertfordshire, failed to finish at Peter's Pit and Thorns Cross, but is obviously hoping for better things here today. The Edwards brothers from Tenbury Wells in Worcestershire are also looking for a better result than they had at Bovington and Thorns Cross. Mark Rowland has had 2 good results in both of his 1985 events and is in 14th place. Neil Greenaway dropped out at Bovington, but he's out here again with his new racer, hoping for better things. John Coghlan is in 17th place, losing points with a non-finish at Bovington. Mark Taylor is 8th after good results at Bovington and Thorns Cross. This Land Rover from Wool in Dorset sports a Ford V6 3-litre engine under the bonnet. A first appearance for a new bespoke, Steve Doyle from Reigate with this Renault V6 powered version. John Saxton from Norwich scored 30 points for a 16th place at Thorns Cross, and he's looking very competitive here today. Clive Goff and Mike Smith have completed every event this year, only dropping a result at the 150. They now hold 13th place. Bert Greenaway is looking for a result here today at Charlton Park after 3 retirements this season. Another debut, this time for this Range Rover from Witney in Oxfordshire. Julian and Michael Evans have found a tight course to test the plastic panels of their new truck-bodied Range Rover. Graham Morby is also out on his first 1985 Club Safari in this V8 Special. As the pace hots up on this glorious summer's day, the Talbots take an unorthodox line through this mud hole. Alan Gilbert has a better line, and he's looking better and better at each event in this racer. Tight-trooped through the trees made overtaking a little tricky in places, but most drivers seem to manage. After the wooded valley on the east side of the course, the track led across a cornfield and into the woods to the west of the start area. Mark Rowland pulls over to let event leader John Wright go by. Gary and Pam Dawson reinstate the course after a corner post is knocked out. Former Lay Proto owner Lynn Softly samples the co-pilot's seat as Tom Brown goes past in 7th place. Ron Hodson, obviously concerned about the trees, was running 20th. Robin Edgerton, yet to complete an event, was oblivious to the drama happening just behind. John Saxton was caught out by the grippy conditions. The wheels dug in and it flipped him over. We managed to right the racer before the engine had even stopped, and amid a cloud of oil smoke, John was on his way. Just clipping the trees, Andy Sargent, now running fourth, nearly misses the track. Alan Gilbert, now dicing for second place with Pat Willis, closes on 12th place, Bert Greenaway. Graham Morby had moved up to 11th position. And Pete Wilkins was leading Class D with 7th overall. Mark Taylor had fought his way up to 9th after problems on run 1. Chaz Shooter, now getting the feel of his new racer, was 11th. Jamie Jackson Moore's mascot seemed to be keeping him going, albeit in 37th place. Mike Wolf dropped to 12th after a slow time on run 5. Jamie Jackson Moore was 31st in his first 1985 event. Mick Blows was 27th. Mark Taylor was 4th equal with Pete Rowe, with penalties of 46.40. Mike Wolf, again won Class B, was placed 8th. Steve Doyle took 2 maxes, but still managed to finish 34th in his first event in this new bespoke. Pete Rowe equal 4th with Mark Taylor, but he let Mark take the Class A first prize, for which they had tied. Pete and Andy Talbot were 21st and 3rd in Class C. Alberto Camisa was 18th. Julian and Mike Evans were 23rd. Bert Greenaway was 1st in Class D and 6th overall. Pete Wilkins was Class D 2nd and 13th overall. Dave and Ian Edwards completed only 4 runs. Ron Hodson was 15th. Tom Brown took Class C honours and was 10th overall. Phil Bond was 19th and 2nd in Class B. Minky Millis and co completed only 6 runs, 2 of them were maximums. John Burley took a max on his 2nd run, but still managed 2nd in class at 25th overall. John Sallis and Mike Bensley were 32nd after taking maxes on runs 7 and 8. And Chaz Shooter put on a good show in his new racer and managed to finish in 11th place. A large number of people had turned up to this first meeting at Charlton Park, and the sun was scorching in the clearing used for the pits and control. After a max on run 2, Alan Hayborn retired after his 6th attempt. Bill Willis and Steve Wass were 2nd in Class E and 22nd overall. Andy Sargent was lying 5th until he overdid things on the final run and dropped to 14th. Jack Whitfield and Kevin Appling completed only 5 runs, but Graham Morby was 17th. Clive Goff and Mike Smith were Class E winners and 16th overall. Ian Robinson completed only 3 runs. Paul Upsall from Bournemouth was 35th. Pat Willis tried hard but was unable to beat the winner, John Wright. He was beaten by just 53 seconds. And so we come to the results of the Charlton Park Safari. First overall was John Wright, second Pat Willis and third Alan Gilbert. And in Class A, first equal were Mark Taylor and Pete Rowe, with Dave Simonite in third place. Class B, first place Michael Wolfe, second Phil Bond and third Richard Gross. In Class C, first was Tom Brown, second Melanie Simonite and third Pete and Andy Talbot. In Class D, first was Bert Greenaway, second Pete Wilkins and Colin Dickler and third David Burley. And in Class E, first Clive Goff and Mike Smith, second Bill Willis and Steve West and in third place Mark Rowland. This was one of the first occasions when all the prizes were given out. Clerk of course was Bruce Tigwell, who set out an excellent course over the 4-mile route. And so after round 4 of the 1985 Safari Championship, we have in first place Pete Rowe, second equal Mike Wolfe and John Wright, in fourth place Andy Sargent, fifth Ron Hodson, sixth Mark Taylor, seventh Richard Gross, 8th Pete and Andy Talbot, and 9th equal Alberto Camisa and Bruce Tigwell.